Hi, welcome to another Sunnyside Design video. We always get so excited to share our latest DIY projects with all of you. So today we have a super fun, super easy fall craft we want to show you. So you're going to begin with those little Halloween trick-or-treat buckets. We picked ours up at Goodwill for about $1. Hopefully you already have one of these on hand. My kids have so many buckets all the time. I don't know how we end up with so many, but if you have any extras lying around, you'll need one of these buckets. I cut a paper plate to the size of the hole and then just taped it onto place to cover the hole up top. Now the next step I did was painting. I was intending to wrap the pumpkin originally with some burlap, and I wanted it to have white underneath just in case it was to show through the burlap, so I wouldn't have that teal color showing. So this part's completely optional, just depends what color of fabric and how see-through it is that you're going to be putting on for the next step. So you can skip this part if you want. If you do choose to paint your pumpkin before wrapping it with fabric, just make sure that you cover all of the plastic and then make sure that it is dry before wrapping it up. I let mine dry while I was cutting my strips of fabric, so that's just a good use of time. You can also use a hairdryer to help speed up the drying process if you're just anxious to get it done. I'm always looking to use things that I already have lying around the house. So I did already have the pumpkin lying around. Actually, I had bought it last year to do a craft and never did. So technically I did buy it, but I had it lying around. And then I have an old pair of jeans here. I like to save all of my jeans that either just get worn out or maybe don't fit anymore. And you can do so many fun things with an old pair of jeans. So I just cut the leg off, and then I'm going to just wrap my pumpkin, or rather, I'm going to wrap my fabric around my pumpkin a little bit, just so I can measure how much I need. I wanted each strip of the denim to go around about half of the pumpkin. So I'm cutting the leg in half, and then I cut them into strips about 2 inches wide. I like to just get out my cutting mat, my quilting ruler, and a rotary blade, and it just makes cutting so much quicker. I can just line that ruler right up and it's see-through, so it makes it really easy to know where I'm marking, and then just cut right on through. So it makes it really quick if you're doing a lot of cuts. Alright, now we're to the fun part. We are going to just go around the pumpkin and start gluing these strips of denim on with some hot glue. You will notice that there is a little hole in the top of the pumpkin where the paper plate is. That just enables you to kind of put the fabric down in the hole so you don't have this huge bulk when you're layering them all on top of one another. And then I also used that hole to put a little stem in for the pumpkin as well. So you can do that now or at the end when you're ready to put your pumpkin stem on. But essentially you're just going to go around the entire pumpkin, just glue your little strips all the way around. I did a little bead of glue up at the top, and then pretty much you just need some at the bottom, but every now and again I would put a little strip of glue in the middle of the fabric as well, just to make sure they stayed into place. You can also see that I started to angle the top piece of the denim right here with my rotary cutter, just because where they're meeting at the top of the pumpkin in the center, they just were overlapping a lot, and I didn't want it to be too bulky. So that just helped kind of thin it out up there, and then it fit inside the hole a little bit better too. So I'm just trimming off a little triangle up at the top before I get gluing those down. But it's really easy to do, and again, you can use any fabric you want. I just thought it would be kind of fun to use some old scraps of jeans. My house right now our color scheme is navy and white, and it's just really fun and a calming color scheme. So I thought, well, why not be a little bit different this fall and have some navy and white fall decor. So that's where I got my little thought to use denim. So let me know if you like it. If you don't, then tell me what fabric you would use. After I had the entire pumpkin wrapped, I decided it would be fun to add a little bit more detail to kind of mimic the lines that a pumpkin would have, just to give it a little bit more texture and interest. So I cut the side seams off of the pants as well, and just started gluing those on as well. So you can just space those out as far as you want. You could use a different color of fabric here. You could use jute or some yarn. You could just use a whole bunch of other things. Just be creative and make it your own. Isn't it looking fun? I am loving the way it turned out. I love like the different variations of shades from the jeans, and the side seams just make it pop out. And now I'm just jazzing it up. We had gotten some old like vintage handles from like old beaters and different things like that at a vintage store several years ago. And so I'm just gluing that onto the top here as my stem. And then I have cut out some leaves out of some fabric, and I'm just going to glue that on top as well, just to spruce this pumpkin up. After I added the leaves, just to finish it all off, I tied a piece of rope around the top just to, again, add a little bit more character. So, what do you think? My teenagers saw me making these and said, "What are those blue balls?" So, to me, I like them, but maybe they're just blue balls. What do you think? Be sure to keep your eyes peeled so you can join us for our fall home tour, and we will be showing you a couple different ways that we have incorporated navy into my fall color scheme this year. So we hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, comment, we love hearing from you, and let us know how you would do your pumpkins. Also be sure to follow us on social media. All of the links are below. And always here at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.